Good afternoon, my fellow Kenyans. It's my hope and prayer that wherever you are right now, there is some peace, calmness, and businesses are up and running. I like the way so many Kenyans are reasoning. They're saying, here I am. I have taken a motorcycle on loan, and by the end of every week, I have to repay this loan. Otherwise, a motorcycle will be repossessed. And they're reasoning and they're saying, rather than going for the protests, I would rather stay somewhere on the stage. Perhaps somehow, somewhere a customer may come, take him somewhere or take her somewhere and be able to make something so that in the evening, responsibilities are waiting for me. Let me talk of this man who has taken a motorcycle on loan. This person, every Saturday evening, he has to repay this loan. And weekly, this person is paying 3,318 Kenya shillings on the lower side. This person has to take care of basic commodities in his house. This person has to pay rent. He has to pay school fees. There are so many financial obligations that are awaiting this person. And I like and respect his attitude and his thinking, where he is saying, I cannot waste my time on protests. I would rather hope and pray that a customer will come by, take them somewhere, make some money, and at the end of the day, or comes Saturday, I'll be able to repay my motorcycle loan. When I go home in the evening, my sons and daughters will get something to eat. I'll have something to put aside so that when end month comes, I'll be able to pay rent. How I hope and pray that all of us will reason this way. Because according to my observation, honestly speaking, these protests are only making the already high cost of living to become even more higher than before. Why am I saying this? If many people are taking advantage of these protests, they end up destroying properties, looting, stealing, destroying vehicles, injuring others, and even killing. At the end of the day, these are all expenses that must be taken care of. If you destroy someone's kiosk, the owner of that business will have to look for money to be able to reconstruct that kiosk and be able to restore his business. If you loot the stock from this kiosk, then it means the owner of this business will have to look for money or borrow some money or borrow some loan somewhere to be able to restock the business. So are you promoting, are you campaigning against the high cost of living, or you are even promoting the very high cost of living to remain higher and higher and higher? Today, personally, I did not make it to work. my organization did not open. Why? Because of fear of such things. Because of the fear of looting and similar activities. And again, we didn't open because most of our customers also fear coming to town because someone may attack them, loot from them, steal from them, hurt them, among other things. And do you know how much I've lost now that I'm just in the house? I'm here having some lunch in my small office. My wife just brought me some lunch in my small office where I do my things when I'm off duty. Now that I did not go to work, normally I sell at least 5 items every day. On Thursday, like say tomorrow or Friday and Saturday, I sell more than 5 items. Even sometimes I sell 10 items every day. And I earn a commission. I make at least 200 shillings per item. So if today I did not go to work, it means I've lost the 5 items that I was supposed to sell this day, and it means 5 items times 200 Kenya shillings is that's 1,000. It means today I have lost 1,000 Kenya shillings. Yet here I am. I have rent to pay. I have school fees to pay. I have my beautiful wife and my handsome sons to take care of. I have my very old parents in their village that I need to take care of. So if we continue this way, losing money this way, and yet we want the high cost of living to come down, how will it happen? That's why I'm appealing to all leaders in this nation, leaders who care, leaders who have genuine interests for the people of Kenya, leaders who are not just out there hiding under the high cost of living, and yet they are pursuing their own hidden interests. This afternoon, as I sit here in my small office, as a servant of the Most High Creator of the universe, I am appealing to all genuine leaders of this nation to find a solution to whatever the conflict, rather than sending people, because we are all witnesses. Anyone who is genuine will agree with me that most of our political protests are never peaceful. All our leaders in this nation, it doesn't matter from which political affiliations you come from, all our leaders in this nation, at the end of the day, you are going to sleep in your house where you're not paying rent. Food is there waiting for you. Everything is provided for. Have mercy on Kenyans. Encourage them to do something so that by the end of the day, they also have something to eat. Most of our leaders, after the protests, like I said, they go sleep in a house where they're not paying rent. Yet those people who are in those protests, those young men and young women, most of our leaders do not know even where they sleep, do not know even what they eat. May the Lord God Almighty, Father of Justice, speak to you this afternoon. If you are a genuine leader, may you have some humility. May you have some high level of reasoning. May you have some genuine interest for the poor Kenyan. May the Lord God Almighty, Father, speak to your heart. May the Lord God Almighty, Father, bless you with wisdom, knowledge, understanding, discernment, and integrity that comes only from Him, and look for a solution to what you are pursuing differently. I agree 100% that the cost of living in this nation and in many other nations in the world, the cost of living is high. It's true. But the formula we are using to campaign against the high cost of living, I cannot support it. My brothers and sisters in the government, my brothers and sisters in the opposition, maybe you have other options. Maybe when this country plunges into chaos, you know where to run to. You and your family, maybe you know where to run to. Some of us, we don't have a second option. We are here and we are here to stay. Kindly, I am appealing to you to do us some favors and promote peace. Let our children go to school peacefully and come back home peacefully without any effect of tear gas. Let our businesses go on running up and down. Let those people who are working as casual workers, earning daily, get an opportunity to go to work and come back home peacefully. Let transportation continue running up and down, because the way things are right now, you cannot convince me that now through those protests, the high cost of living will come down. Instead, if you understand business correctly, the cost of living will continue rocketing. Most of you leaders in this nation, whether you are from the government side or you are from the opposition, you know, the great thing in this nation is that during our last elections, some people today, as a result of our last elections, some people today are in the opposition, some are in the government. Come 2027, God willing, those who are in the government today may find themselves in the opposition, and those who are in the opposition today may find themselves in the government. So you people are friends. You people know each other. My friends, help us to promote peace. Help us to promote peace. In an estate where I come from, a container of Irish potatoes few months ago, it was retailing at 150 Kenya shillings. Right now, as I'm talking, you can see even the food I'm eating right now, it contains some Irish potatoes. Right now, as I'm talking, there are so many along the streets of our estate, and they're retailing at only 50 Kenya shillings. What am I saying? I'm saying that at God's own right time, in accordance to his own will and purpose, the price of basic commodities will eventually come down. I've said this and I will say it again, that the high cost of living can come down only when people are so much focusing on farming. Because all these things we are eating are not coming from the moon, are not coming from a different kind of a planet. They're coming from farming. Recently, I sent my son to buy some cooking gas, and I also realized that the price of cooking gas has come down actually. So there are some, my fellow Kenyans, let us not only look at the negative side. There are some positive things that are happening in our country. Let us not just play politics, that because I didn't vote for this person, so I cannot support any remarkable thing that he is doing. I hope and pray that all our leaders in this nation want to do something remarkable, want to leave a legacy, so that one day, one time, many years to come, when they are not on the face of this earth, they will be remembered for something remarkable they did. They will be remembered for the legacy they left behind. My fellow brothers and sisters who are in the government, and my fellow brothers and sisters who are in the opposition, what do you want Kenyans to remember, Kenyans and the whole entire world to remember you for? To remember you for just remaining kuwa tu na misimamo mikali, na Wakenya wanaendelea kuuawa na biashara inaendelea kuathirika na masomo ya watoto wetu inaendelea kuathirika? Ama what do you want Kenyans and the whole entire world to remember you for? My fellow brothers and sisters, whether you are in the government or you are in the opposition, perhaps the local Almighty Father has blessed you with millions and billions of money. Don't misuse those billions and those millions. Remember, we serve a God of justice. We serve our King of Kings and our Lord of Lords, the creator of the universe, who is not a respecter of any person. He is not a respecter of any positions. I am appealing to you to use those billions or those millions. The Lord Almighty Father has allowed you to be a millionaire or a billionaire, or to be rich in the society, so that you become an asset in that society, and not just for you and your family alone. And for you and I to become assets in the society is by using those millions or those billions, even to do something remarkable. For example, you can use those millions and billions to erect some kiosks along the highways, some kiosks along the highways, so that our many young men and women who are not working can occupy those kiosks and sell something along the highways and be able to earn a living. Don't misuse those millions or those billions. through hiring some young men and women to support you in pursuing your interests, because one day, one time, sooner or later, the justice of the Lord Almighty Father will catch up with you. I hope and pray that tomorrow our children will be able to go back to school, that tomorrow all businesses in our nation will open, because those businesses are a source of, will support the growth of our economy. I hope and pray that tomorrow transportation sector, matatus, Uber, Bolt, and all those, motorcycles will be operating up and down, ferrying people from one place to another, making money. I hope and pray that as a result of those leaders who are now coming to their senses and accepting that this nation is bigger than who they are, is bigger than their titles, before the end of this day, I hope and pray that the Lord God Almighty Father will have spoken to you. You will have decided to calm down, to become humble. You'll have decided not to stop pursuing your own selfish and greedy interests, and you'll be negotiating to have this country move forward, every sector of this country. Yesterday, some officials from international community were issuing a statement, and they were saying, I remember very well that one of the remarkable statements they made was, the high cost of living will always be there, depending on the circumstances and the seasons. They just fell short of saying that some of these protests, honestly speaking, have hidden interests. If you are ruining your nation, if you are ruining businesses, if you are ruining the learning of our children, if you are ruining the transport sector, and yet down from the bottom of your heart, you know you are pursuing your own interests, this time round, you will not escape the justice of the local Almighty Father. Thank you so much for listening. I hope and pray that something is going to take place this evening, and tomorrow everything will be running up and down as a way of boosting our economy. The cost of living will just come down. I have hope, I trust, I have faith in the creator of the universe that sooner or later the cost of living will come down, and you and I will be celebrating. Thank you for listening. Stay blessed. Stay peaceful. God bless you all. Thank you.